are chemical substances used to protect crop from pests like insect, weed or plant disease. They help farmers improve crop productivity and maintain food quality and supply. There are several categories of pesticides such as insecticide, fungicide and herbicide. But in this video, we'll focus only on herbicide. So, what is a herbicide? A herbicide is a type of pesticide specifically designed to kill or control unwanted plants, especially weeds. Weeds compete with crops for water, nutrient, sunlight and space. So, controlling them is very important for healthy crop growth. Herbicide can be selective or non-selective. They are usually applied to the soil or sprayed directly onto the leaf or weed.
So, this is a photo of Roundup herbicide. The name of the product is Roundup Herbicide Soluble Concentrate. The manufacturer is Bayer. Previously, it was produced under the Monsanto brand, but Bayer acquired it in 2018 and became the manufacturer now.
For the main ingredient of the Roundup is the glyphosate salt, which is it will use in the salt form because it dissolves easily in water and improve absorption. So it can kill unwanted weeds by blocking the ESP synthase enzyme. As for it's essential for plant protection. Next, the Roundup contains surfactants like polyethoxylated siloamine, which is to increase the herbicide efficiency. It can break down the surface tension of water to glyphosate spreads and stick to the leaves better, and it can enhance penetration into plant tissues, ensuring more glyphosate is absorbed. It also contains other ingredients like water, pH adjuster, preservatives, and anti-foam agents, which help with the stability, mixing, storage, and safety. What's the function of the Roundup? Firstly, it used to kill weeds, which is it will target and destroy the unwanted plants after they have sprouted. First, it will absorb through the leaves and then will travel inside the plant and reach the roots and kill the entire plant. The function of the Roundup is to inhibit the kill enzyme, which is glyphosate, which blocks the enzyme ESP synthase, essential for the synthesis of amino acids like tryptophan, tyrosine, and phenylalanine. Without this, the plant cannot grow or survive. Lastly, this is systemic action, which is once absorbed, glyphosate moves throughout the plant's tissue, ensuring complete plant death, not just a leaf burn. So for the purpose of the Roundup, firstly is to control the weed in agriculture, which is widely used to clear weeds before planting. The Roundup also used in the non-agriculture, which is used in garden, lawns, roadside vegetation controls, and others. And lastly, it also used in the land preparation, which is help prepare soil for planting by removing weeds competition, allowing the crops to grow better.
One key organic compound in the Roundup glyphosate herbicides is glyphosate. Why? Because glyphosate has the highest content in the Roundup, which is 50.2%. It is the compound that can directly kill the weed by disrupting the metabolic pathway necessary for plant growth. It works by inhibiting an enzyme called EPSP synthase. Glyphosate is the specific compound with an IUPAC name and phosphonomethylglycine. Glyphosate can be classified as a phosphonate because it has several functional groups, including phosphonate group, carboxyl group, and amino group.
Now, let's go through the synthesis of glyphosate. Basically, there are few steps in synthesizing the glyphosate. The first step is to begin with the yellow phosphorus. So, in order to create the yellow phosphorus, the phosphate rock needs to be heated in a special furnace, which is a big and a very hot oven, along with carbon like coal or coke. Therefore, a chemical reaction occurs where this reaction removes the oxygen from the rock and releases the yellow phosphorus gas. Then this gas will cool down and become liquid yellow phosphorus and will be collected. You can also look at the schematic circuit of the phosphorus production on the right side of this slide to get a clearer understanding of this process. The second step is to turn phosphorus into phosphorus trichloride, which is PCl3. In this step, the yellow phosphorus is exposed to chlorine gas in a closed container. This process causes a chemical reaction happens and produces PCl3. Let's go to the next slide to learn more about this process. Look at the diagram on the right side of this slide. You can go through the sequence of numbers on each apparatus to understand the flow of this process. So, first, add retort with a cone holder. This is where the yellow phosphorus is placed and heated with a flame. Chlorine gas enters here to react with the phosphorus. Second, at gas intake tube. Chlorine gas is fed into the retort through this tube. It allows the controlled flow of chlorine gas into the reaction chamber. Third, at receiver, after phosphorus react with chlorine, phosphorus trichloride, which is PCl3, forms as a gas. It flows into this flask where it cools down and condenses into a liquid. Next, at backflow condenser, it helps to cool the gas and turn it into liquid efficiently. Any gas that doesn't condense flows back, which preventing loss. Lastly, at calcium chloride tube, this tube dries the incoming air or gases to remove moisture because water can interfere with the reaction or cause side products. For step number 3 in the synthesis of glyphosate is to make amino diacetonitrile, which also can pronounce as iodine. In this step, hexamethylene tetramine and cyanide are mixed together in the presence of acid and heat. This causes a chemical reaction happens where this breaks down the hexamethylene tetramine and cause it to form iodine. In step number 4 is to polish iodine into pimida. In this step, PCl3 will react with water to form phosphorus acid. Then iodine and formaldehyde will react together, which creates a reactive form that allows the phosphorus group to bond with nitrogen in iodine. There are also sodium hydroxide, which helps to balance the reaction and prevent unwanted side products. This whole process ends up creating a pimida. The last step is to convert pimida into glyphosate. In this step, the hydrogen peroxide adds oxygen to certain parts of the pimida molecule. There are also iron sulfate and tungstate catalysts which help guide the reaction, because without them, the oxidation would be slow or messy. As a result, the pimida molecule is fully oxidized into glyphosate, but the reaction also leaves behind leftover salt and excess water. Therefore, this leftover will be filtered out or evaporated to isolate pure glyphosate. In the next slide, you can see the full chemical reaction pathway for synthesizing glyphosate. There are 4 chemical reactions that involve in synthesis of glyphosate, which are hydrolysis, managed or condensation, oxidation, and neutralization. In hydrolysis, it converts nitrogen to carboxylate. In managed or condensation, it attaches phosphonomethyl group to nitrogen. In oxidation, it converts pimida to glyphosate. And lastly, in neutralization, it forms stable salt of glyphosate.
In conclusion, Roundup glyphosate herbicide is a widely used product in modern agriculture, mainly because of its effectiveness controlling a broad range of weeds. Roundup was chosen because it is one of the most commercially used herbicides in the world. It is known for being effective, easy to use, and helps farmers save time and reduce labor costs. With glyphosate salt as its key active ingredient, this herbicide works through a specific chemical reaction that disrupts essential plant processes. Produced by well-known manufacturers, Roundup has become a trusted name among farmers and gardeners. Understanding its chemical composition and function helps us appreciate why glyphosate continues to be a popular choice in weed management.